My name is MARC PIRON and I'm a photographer. I'm a portrait photographer. I live in Redlands, California. I'm originally from Belgium, Antwerp, Belgium. I lived half my life in the States, half my life in Belgium. And photography is my passion. It's my obsession. Can't live without it. If I don't pick up my camera every week and shoot 200 pictures, I'm unhappy. Very unhappy. Well, about a year ago, I started shooting the homeless people in Redlands just because they were very photogenic and I wanted a project. I shot those homeless people for about 3 months. Someone saw that I was doing that and wanted to use it for a charitable purpose. So we came up with a concept where we tried to get some community leaders rally behind the project, behind the cause, behind the awareness. And we put a list together of 50, 60 people that would be interesting to shoot for this campaign. Pillars of the community, people involved in law enforcement, people involved in charities. We ended up shooting 38. So then what we did is we added those pictures of those community leaders with the homeless people and put a big exhibit together. What I tried to do with community leaders is kind of tie in the picture some of their background or what they're known for in this town. There is a lady, Martha Green, who owns a restaurant called The Eating Room, and she has 20 porcelain chickens in there, and I shot her with one of those chickens. I tried to avoid a very static, typical Sears studio portraits. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to shoot something creative, something that people would smile about, self-deprecating stuff, not too serious. To kind of get through them and trying to get past the public persona and get to who they really were. Some of these people are very serious people. They're former mayors, they're district attorneys. You know, they have a very strong professional image. And to try and get through that and get them to relax and just be casual was kind of interesting to do. I thought that was very challenging and it was fun. These were not corporate portraits, let's put it that way. They weren't corporate portraits. They were the anti-corporate portrait, and that's kind of interesting too. You see Mike Ramos, the district attorney for San Bernardino County, the DA with an umbrella in his studio, looking for rain. Everybody interprets that the way they want to. Mimi Barr, interesting, owns International Day Spa. Alex Paredes, who is the police officer for the Redlands PD, that's the liaison between the city, or the PD, and the homeless people. He's also a falconer. He brought in a hawk. Margarita McAnally, I think she was a two-time YMCA director. I found a lampshade in a thrift store, and I thought it'd be really nice if she would hold it up, and she kind of held it up like this. And I found the right angle with the right light, and shot her with it, and she loved it. A financial consultant who's pretty big in the community also, his name is Dave Maupin. And one of his hobbies is astrology. He puts this wizard outfit on, so I shot him in that wizard outfit. The Wizard of Wealth. That was his joke. Roberto, the owner of the farm, him holding the pig head, which was kind of interesting. Him bringing it in front of his face, which I thought was really, really interesting. This could be interpreted in a number of different ways, but I thought it was really interesting. It was as if they became one. Like every picture, every person was like a different challenge. You kind of had to find your way to it, to the picture, and it took a little while, and for everybody it was different, and it was a very fun experience to do. When you look at this exhibit and you see all these people represented in there and what they do for the community, it's phenomenal to see them all together, and I maybe got 2/3 of them, or half. I mean, there's twice as much people that do phenomenal things for the community, for all kinds of good causes. This town really rallies behind that. The most wonderful thing about the exhibit for me was that I had, I think there was like 4 or 5 homeless people that showed up. Homeless people that were in the book, that were in the pictures, and they were very excited and they were seemed like they were honored. They felt like royalty for a night. They felt integrated too. People asked them to sign their books. That was very sweet. If anything, for me, that was the greatest satisfaction I got out of this whole project. As a photographer, I like to put big projects together. I like people to enjoy them, be delighted when they see it, be happy, open the horizon a little bit. I had some people that for them it was their first art show they ever went to, and they thought it was fantastic. So I want to do it again. So I want to keep the Face of Redlands going, and working on phase 2 right now. The Face of Redlands is an awareness campaign first for the homeless people in Redlands. All profits of sales of coffee table books and pictures are going to a charity, in this case the Salvation Army and YouthHope.org.